As America's population ages, decisions about how older generations will live out their later years begin to involve the children of these aging parents. And not too surprisingly, the children are getting older themselves. Their parents are living longer, so the discussions about leaving a longtime family home or selecting a retirement community are taking place at a later time than ever before. Hello, I'm Maureen Byrne, and for more than 20 years I've had the privilege of working with seniors and their adult children in retirement living and other senior services. What I and the people I work with have found is that the discussions surrounding parents' living situations are often the most challenging that families can face. We believe these discussions should be done with careful consideration, respect, and solid information about the options available to families. We know that many families are unsure where to start and are often uncomfortable raising the topics surrounding senior services. That's why we've created a new service called Having the Conversation, a heart-to-heart with aging parents. We know from our experience that parents, whether in good or declining health, prefer to be treated with respect and dignity and to be involved in the decision-making. Many of them are very aware that their living situation has to change, but they don't know how or when to raise the subject, or they're waiting for their children to suggest options.
We know we need this, and this is where we're going to feel the most comfortable.
I think it's one of the best decisions we ever made, don't you?
Absolutely. No regrets at all.
We believe the conversation should start on a small scale and should include parents at every step. Ask your parents if they've considered where they would like to live, if they've explored what options they may have, and what they believe are realistic choices as they continue to age. Many parents will consider it a blessing that you're concerned about their situation and that you're willing to discuss it. This is one way to honor your parents and to ensure that they are involved in the discussions and have control over their own future. When you do have the conversation, be sure that you're having the conversation for everyone involved, parents and other family members.
It just started our thinking. Well, maybe this is not a bad idea after all, especially when I got to thinking about somebody else who takes care of the yard and the snow and all that, all the house repairs and so forth. So it kind of grew after being exposed to it. We did not think we were going to do it at that stage, but after the visit, it just kind of unfolded rather naturally.
We know that there's no set time when it's appropriate to bring up the subject of living options. It may be that health is declining, or that there has been an event which precipitates a change. At other times, parents will raise it because keeping up a home is just too difficult. And there are times when it becomes apparent to family members that parents need more support. You may choose to introduce your concerns gradually, asking parents what they see as the issues and how they would like to resolve them. It may help to have a written script to follow and to guide you. Start small and then address some of the more difficult topics, such as finances, selling a home, or obtaining services, as you've gained a clearer understanding of your parents' preferences. We've also learned that it's best to start these conversations when parents are still capable of making their own decisions. That may be when they're age 70, 80, or later. There's no set rule, but if you can begin the discussion when parents are able to share their thoughts with you, the more likely the outcomes will be accepted and positive for the entire family.
I think children bring it up to mom and dad most of the time. Ours was the reverse of that.
I thought it was a blessing that they were considering downsizing and getting into a situation where things would be covered for the rest of their lives.
So we got very positive responses from both of them, and that eased our mind as far as what we might move into, you know, as far as financial and and stability and the quality of nursing care and so forth.
Timing of conversations is critical. Don't try to force the conversation or to gang up on your parents. Observe their personal living situation, what their level of independence may be, and identify what services could be most helpful if there was a change in health. In very difficult or emergency situations, care managers or other professional counselors can help with the conversations and decisions. Whenever possible, take the time necessary to reach consensus. Explore options. Visit retirement communities. Seek out home care information. Learn about the many services available to seniors in your broader community.
Don't wait.
Don't wait too late. Don't wait until they are almost ready for the skilled nursing care.
The most often heard statement is, I wish I had done this 5 years earlier.
Encourage them to come earlier and enjoy the opportunities and the facilities and all the programs and so forth.
You know, I've got such a gift here because she's taken care of, she's happy, she's busy. I don't have to deal with a lot of the things that my colleagues and friends are dealing with as far as aging parents.
As adult children, we must remember that our parents should be involved in care and housing decisions to the fullest extent possible. Respect for their choices and independence must be maintained. Some conversations are more difficult than others. The discussion on when to give up the car and stop driving can be one of the most challenging for parents and children. It's likely that the conversations will take place over time and resolutions will not happen quickly. Start with the end in mind. Your goal is to support your parents as they age and to assist them in making decisions appropriate to their wishes, health needs, and lifestyle preferences. Peace of mind for everyone involved is important and should be stressed throughout the conversations. Don't rush the conversations and decisions. Introduce the topics slowly, provided there's no emergency at hand. Honor your parents throughout the process and show respect for their decisions, even if they may be different from yours. Having the conversation is a process which allows family members to explore options, make decisions, and to ultimately ensure that parents are secure, receiving care, services, and spiritual support which meet their desires and needs. We're guided by the Bible verses from Ephesians 6:2 and 3, which tell us to honor our father and mother, with the promise that we may be well, living a long life on earth. Through this lesson, we believe you'll be guided to find positive solutions with your parents.
To learn more about having the conversation, a heart-to-heart with aging parents, visit havingtheconversation.com. Having the Conversation, a heart-to-heart with aging parents, is a service of Covenant Retirement Communities, a ministry of the Evangelical Covenant Church.